and post your question for us. We're both like wildly pumped about this.
Wait, I don't think we're live yet. Does it say that we're live?
Yeah, it says meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Here we are, and I just got the pop-up. Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
Live now, Fairytale Futures. Oh, okay, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
I turned the volume off my phone, so now I can actually toggle back and forth with it.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right, so hey, you guys.
Hi.
Hi, Brooke. Hi, Jenny. Everybody else who's with us, yay! Oh,
hey, I'm so excited. And I want everyone to see my shirt.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my God.
So we got the miracle frequency vibes going here.
Oh.
Okay, so we are tapping right into the fairies. I can already feel them here. And we're just gonna take questions. Andrea, is there anything that you wanna say before we start?
Just hello to everyone. You guys know, I'm Andrea. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Andrea Donnelly. I am a quantum sound and energy healer. I am also an actual fairy queen, which sounds really high drama, but is real. And like Elise, I channel the fairies and the archangels, and we are both so excited about this. I was telling Elise earlier that as I was I went out and did errands, and I was driving home. I'm going to figure out, it might take me a minute because it might take me a minute, but I'm going to post some pictures. As I was driving home an hour ago, I drove past this park that's near where I live, and someone has carved literal fairy houses in this park with the tree stumps that were just like hanging out, you know, from having been cut down. Someone carved little mushroom houses, and one of them has a frog glued onto it. A couple, like in the next, it's one of those like long strip walkable kinds of things. And so as I kept driving, I saw all these others too. And someone has like spray painted them, fluorescent colors. They're so beautiful. So I was literally led home before this down a trail of like fairies, essentially. So
Great, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this, you guys. So what kind of questions I see? Okay, Jennifer.
It would be helpful too to like ask a specific question too, so we can give you a more specific answer, rather than just saying like you want a message. So think about like, what's your biggest challenge right now? What are you really wanting guidance around? What would you really like us to tune into? So that way we can give you more specific information and you can feel more satisfied with the answers you get.
Agreed. I see a lot of people saying hello. So we do have a lot of people with us. I don't see any questions yet. Let me see if I'm missing.
So that way we can give you more specific information and you can feel more satisfied with that on your end or you get.
Agreed. Sorry, I see a lot of. Okay, there we go. All right, Jennifer Donovan has a question. She wants to know where her tiger's eye pendulum went. Which is really
pretty specific.
It is. It's pretty specific. And isn't it funny, since you know I have also been calling home this week things that had disappeared on me. I found a set of house keys today that had fallen into the crack of my car, and they had been missing for 3 months, and I found them today. So Jennifer, I feel like this is like, if you don't, Elise, is it okay if I just let you go first? Even though
Oh, yeah. So hold on. So the first thing that I tapped into when you asked this was like the reason why this is gone. It's not necessarily about finding it, but I think they're wanting you to, actually, I think they're wanting you to tune into your intuition on a deeper level, actually, because they're wanting you to actually use the pendulum without using the pendulum, because what they're telling me is that you actually are at this place where you're ready to just like tune straight in with your guidance from your guides, from source energy, without using that. So you'll find it when you're supposed to find it, but right now they actually want you to just tune in, and whatever you are going to ask your pendulum, just ask and allow yourself to receive the answer without using it. What do you think about that, Andrea?
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's exactly it. And isn't that interesting too? Because you and I definitely fall, like we're doing live readings right now, and we could, in theory, be doing a card pull, but we're using our intuition instead. And so I feel like that's super what it is. Like we're all really being called. And it came through so much on my live yesterday. I did a couple of lives in my group, and they were all fairy channeled. And
All awesome too.
yeah, thank you. We really are being called, every one of us. And Jennifer, I can see you are like, oh, you're tingly. Yes. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah.
Too.
And I feel like this is funny because now I'm remembering someone in one of the groups that I'm in lost something a couple of months ago. And it was this like healing, we'll call it a healing instrument type of thing that she had purchased from someone. And she kept having people in this group that I was in tap in to figure out where it had gone. And every time that any of us tapped into it, the thing, like my team was like, she doesn't need it. That's why she can't find it. Like she needs to just do the thing on her own using her energy. And so this feels really applicable. Yeah, I like am super feeling that vibe. And Jennifer, the fairies are like, they're with you. And that's the thing, is like we are all really being called to reclaim our magic, because here's the thing. The the power structure, when magic was suppressed, one of the things that happened was that people were told to look outside of themselves for the answer. And so I'm not saying that using like herbs and pendulums and all of that stuff is really fun and can help connect you. But we're at a point now where we don't need those things. And they're fun and they're really wonderful. And I love 3D stuff. I mean, I'm the queen of tchotchkes. Like I'm literally sitting here with like a bunch of physical objects for you guys as part of this. So I love the physical, but we are really being called to tap into that part of ourselves. And that's part of the trick, right? Is like being told that like we need these things. And Jennifer, I'm not like calling you out about that or anything. I just know that for all of us, like we've been told that in order to do magic, we need things, and we do not need anything except our sacred hearts. So I suspect you're going to find the tiger pendulum soon enough, but in the meantime, you just use your heart.
Awesome.
Ooh.
All right. We have another question.
Yeah. All right. We've got a couple. All right. I can't figure out order, so I'm just gonna go to Crystal and then Lydia. I know you have a question. All right. Crystal, can you share how the fairies manifest for you? I'm desiring to see them, but the way I read energy isn't always visual. Oh yeah, this is a great question. It's more telepathic in nature. How can I know that they're there for me too? Crystal, that is an amazing
Awesome.
question. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome question. I have something to say right away, and then I'll pass it to Andrea, because Andrea is like the fairy godmother. But for me, and I just want to say too, also like working with Andrea, in the variety of ways that we work with each other has like connected me to the fairies in such a profound way. So even just like working with her and being in her energy, you'll be able to connect with them on a deeper level. But for me, the way I experience the fairy energy is it's a very like light, fun, excited energy. So like when I actually now hear them laughing, like when I call them in, I hear like like that kind of vibe. And like and I don't know if this is helpful, but I just am feeling called to explain this right now. So when I call in different energies, like my guides and my ancestors, the fairies, the angels, I actually experience them at different physical places around my body. So like when I call in my ancestors, I feel them down, lower down towards my root area. And there's actually this feeling of them kind of like holding me up and supporting me. So like, I'm just going to stand up to show you. I feel them like down here. And then I feel the fairies like right around like the middle, and then the angels, and then my guides are up here. And that's how I experience, because I always call them all in before I work with anyone or before I do anything really. So the fairies, their energy for me is always like on the sides of me, and I experience them as like super excited, fun, light, activating energy. So like it's very like exciting, it's very activating, and it's also like I experience it also as like action oriented energy, like very like okay, like let's do this, like almost like they want to like get to work, like get work done, like do something. So they can be really helpful too if you're like trying to get something done. But that's how I experience their energy. So it's really just a feeling. I don't often visually see them at all, as more just experience the feeling of their energy.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah. Crystal, thank you for asking that question also, because, and thank you, Elise, for mentioning the work that we've done. I really can help people ground into the fairy realm. Every person that I work with starts to be able to like see them in new ways and feel them and have them in the room with them. Like everyone I work with is a healer. And so that is also very real, you know. And Crystal, here's the thing. You are so tapped into fairy magic. You are so tapped into fairy magic, and it's tied into your connection to the archangelic realm. And I know that you have like one thing that I think I love this question so much because I feel like it's also related not just to fairy stuff, but to like, it's very related to people's psychic awakening, right? Like Elise teaches a class called The Awakening where people tap into their gifts in new ways. And I think one thing that happens whenever you're teaching people any kind of, you know, anything like this is to remind people that like we all experience things differently. So I love this question so much. And I'm glad, Elise, thank you for showing us like on your physical body how it feels, because right, there are like a million different ways we can experience things. We can hear things, we can see them. I literally see them and they look like sparkles of light. And I saw a lot of them this morning. I was out having my coffee on the patio, and like the air was literally full of them in a way that I've never seen before, ever. So I see them physically, but there are a lot of other ways too. Like for people who, Crystal, I know you're a bird person. And so there are these other ways too, these physical ways that the world shows you that they are with you. Like if you hear a lot of bird songs, if you are the kind of person who sees like butterflies and, you know, different like winged creatures, that's a way that the world is letting you know that nature is with you. So the physical sensations, the seeing, the smelling. I know one thing that happens to me and for a lot of my clients is that as you start to unlock your relationship to the earth and to these fairy realms, your olfactory psychicness increases, which is surreal. Like me and some of my clients can literally like smell flowers in the air. I have a client who I can look at her marketing and she uses a lot of roses in them, and I can literally smell the roses. So I think that's the thing, is just to like sit with yourself and think about how you process information in general, right? We all have different learning styles, and then just like sit with yourself. And if it feels like nothing is happening, which is not, I'm not saying that that's how you feel, Crystal, but I think a lot of times people worry because they're like, well, nothing's happening. Like Andrea sees sparkles of light in the air. Elise feels things in her physical body. I'm not feeling those things. But especially when you start to work with any new modality, um, it's going to take you time because it's like part of a remembering, right? It's like remembering, how do you learn information? How do you take things in? So just be really gentle with yourself. And my best advice for anybody looking to work more with the fairies is to start feeding the birds. Start feeding the birds wherever you live, whether you live in a city, whether you live in a small town, whether you have 1,000,000 acres, or you have one tiny window that you can put like a little suction cup hummingbird feeder on. It will really help you draw in that energy, and it shows the world that it's an offering essentially. And it's a small act that will magnify itself in ways that you can't even imagine until you start to do it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Do we have another question?
Yeah. All right. Lydia. Okay. Guidance around organization and priorities. I actually pulled it. Oh, I actually pulled an angel card today with Archangel Metatron on it. And I think I remember Elise saying she channels that angel. So funny. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Cool. Yeah, Lydia.
Okay, so this is around, can you repeat it, like organizational stuff?
Yep. She's looking for some guidance around organization and priorities.
Okay. So what I am immediately seeing for you is actually like asking for more divine guidance throughout the day. Like if that makes sense to you, like if you do have a daily practice that you do, that's great, but kind of like I think what they're really wanting you to do is like weaving that into your daily practice somehow, or allowing that to be divinely guided for you and less logical and more inspired. Because maybe you're feeling like you're not, I feel like you're feeling like you're less organized than you actually are, or something like that. So allowing the space for you to be divinely guided around what you're supposed to be doing in each moment, rather than feeling like you have to get something done at a certain time and feeling like overwhelmed by it. So they're really wanting you to like in each moment, like actually asking your guides, like, what is the best thing for me to be focusing my attention on right now? And like really allowing yourself to be led from this more like intuitive place, this place of your higher self. And if you feel called to call on the angels, the fairies, or your guides, however you work with spirit, allowing that to inform how you spend your time and how you organize yourself. And maybe even allowing that to inform if you are like spending a chunk of time maybe organizing or prioritizing, allowing spirit to inform when you do that, instead of like they're really not wanting you to like force yourself to do anything. I'm being shown that that is like not working for you, and maybe like it had worked for you in the past, but now it's really not working for you. So you want to like make the switch to like allowing your connection to spirit to inform when you do tasks and what you're focusing on at a certain time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else, Andrea?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know Lydia, Lydia and I met on Clubhouse a couple of weeks, months, I have no idea, but she is a publicist and she is a hustler and a hot ticket and just totally brilliant. And I think everything you just said totally resonates, Elise. I think that, okay, Lydia, you know this. You were a light worker, and Lydia came here to like essentially be a publicist to light workers. You came here to change the way that came here to help change the way that entertainment exists on this planet, which is so wild and huge. And you're already doing it, number one. And I think really tapping into that intuition. You and I have had a couple of moments in the past few days where, you know, you recommended to, like, we basically, you have followed through privately with me a couple times in the past week where you have like asked me questions or said things to me, and you were guided to ask me certain things and to say certain things to me. And I think like just tapping into that and trusting it, that has come up a lot this week for people, with me particularly, where people have been guided to ask me specific things this week, and like people are doing it, and it's amazing because I feel like, yeah, you don't need to do anything except what you're already doing, because you understand how to speak both languages, is what the fairies are saying. Like, you understand the fairy and the light language, and then you also understand these really important 3D concepts that help you to be able to like tie all of that together. So yeah, just trust your intuition and keep doing what you're doing, and get something like, get something get something that's like a blue butterfly. This is funny. This is like definitely for you. I have had this for 20 years or something. I bought this at a park. Oh my God, Elise, I bought this in a parking lot in Arizona at in, in like 2001 or 2002 from some hippies who were selling jewelry in a parking lot of a Phoenix, Arizona co-op.
Oh my God,
So
that's so
this
funny.
is so funny. So this blue butterfly image is really powerful for you, Lydia. So even if you just like pulled up an image on your phone and like saved it, it can be a physical thing that you could get, like a, you know, like a little like blue butterfly statue from Amazon or something, but you could even just pull a picture up and it will just help to like tap into that for you. The visual reminder they're saying will be helpful. So I hope that was helpful. um, oh, we've got another question.
All right, who's next?
Brooke Minning, T-Ball. Let's see. We have, I have a heavy energy over a couple of relationships today. One friendship and one ex-boyfriend. I did one of Elise's breath sessions earlier and it helped calm my energy, but I'm wondering if there's a message I need to hear right now. I feel stuck in the middle of something and just want to release it.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm hearing is there's some energy around people pleasing that's coming through really strong. That you definitely want to look at patterning around that. And this can be helpful for a lot of us because a lot of us go through this. I myself am a recovering people pleaser. Um, but that's what I was just, as you know, as soon as I tapped into it, I was shown that. So you really want to tease apart here what you are doing in the way of people pleasing, like where you feel obligated to make someone else happy, you feel obligated to show up in a certain way that you actually don't feel aligned with anymore. Maybe you felt aligned with it before, but now it's just not working for you. And you want to get really clear on what your boundaries are in present time, and not doing anything motivated on worrying about disappointing people or what other people are going to think of you, or making other people happy, or worrying about making other people feel uncomfortable. Like, all of those motivations are really important for you to look at right now when it comes to these relationships, because what I'm sensing is that there is your soul is wanting to expand into relating differently based on the way that you are evolving or seeking to evolve. So these relationships that might have worked for you in the past, the way that you're evolving, you're going to need to either shift the way that you're relating to people, or you're going to like not be in these relationships at all. It really depends on what you're wanting, but you really want to look at the way that you are relating that is no longer working for you, that's actually impeding on your boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that super resonates. And so Brooke won a Brooke won a contest in my group a couple of weeks ago, and it's a channeled piece of art. And so I'm gonna tap into that a little bit, Brooke, because it's directly related to what I saw when I started channeling your piece of art. And then what they're telling me now, which is exactly what Elise just said. They said, you just need to get moving. You are a people pleaser. I am also, my God, I was not just a born people pleaser. I was a bred people pleaser. I mean, I just was like, you guys know, I'm a double Taurus. Brooke, you're a Taurus too. I know. I'm not trying to call the Taurans out, but it is a literal part of our astrological. It's a thing when you come into this world with either a sun or a moon in Taurus, you are connected in some way to a lesson about not people pleasing. It's a literal part of our astrological chart. And it's really hard because we are the earth people. We are the sign that is like so deeply connected to the earth. And we want to please people because it comes from a desire to genuinely help. However, the biggest lesson that I've ever learned in my whole bleeping life is that codependence is busted and helps no one. Because at the end of the day, right, we can do anything, we can try to do things for other people. And at the end of the day, the only thing that we have control over is ourselves and our own emotions. And we have to do what we are guided to do, whether it is going to make somebody else uncomfortable or not. And so that is something that's been coming up a lot for me. And I'm like really feeling that with both of these situations is just like, all you need to do is just, and by all, I mean, I'm like, all you need to do is to actually right now, why don't you take a couple of deep breaths? Take in some deep breaths, start moving your hips. Brooke, I know that you have taught like fitness classes to people before. So the other thing is that part of this like get moving thing is also about you coming into your own, doing whatever like your modality and your practice is, right? Like when I started channeling for Brooke for this piece of art that she won, I immediately saw her like moving, like dancing, and she was in fact going line dancing that weekend. So it's really important for you to like work out the stuff that you hold onto, because for those of us who are Taurans, right, we're not fast movers necessarily. And so there is this part of us that really does need to just like the physical action is hyper important for us. And you motivate other women to do that. And so it's like this really layered thing, right? Like it's not just that you need to get moving, it's that you inspire other women to get moving. And so it's like this really big thing where your lesson is also the thing that you can teach people. So I hope that's not like the like so deep and philosophical, but I suspect that is going to resonate with you and you're going to understand what that all is.
Awesome.
We have a bunch more questions. Okay, people are really resonating with what we're laying down, which is good. Dana Crew. Oh, I like this a lot. Oh, Dana, I love your question. All right, Dana, I said your name wrong also. Caru. I'm not very good at pronouncing names necessarily, but all right, I have seen 555 several days in a row. So do we have a message for her surrounding that?
Okay, so the first thing that just came through is like, so now you've gotten this message, right, from spirit, from the angelic realm. Usually the repeating numbers are like from the angelic realm. But what I really see this as an invitation to go deeper with your communication with spirit. So like, okay, you've seen that. So the first thing is ask what it means, right? This is like an invitation from spirit to say, okay, now we're communicating with you. Now let's go to the next step and communicate with you on a deeper level. So what I would say to do is ask, show me what this means. What is the message that you're trying to show me? What would you like me to know right now, right? Like, so ask these deeper questions and allow the answers to be revealed to you, because this is an invitation for you to connect more deeply with spirit. So in your meditation or whatever daily practice you do, or also it might be an invitation to ramp up your daily practice, right? Ramp up whatever you're doing to connect with spirit on a daily basis and start asking these deeper questions. What do I need to do next? What are you trying to communicate with me? What do I need to know right now, right? And then ask to be shown those bigger answers. So to me, I'm really seeing that as like an invitation to go deeper. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, interesting. Okay, my eye started watering. Which makes me feel like this is related to grief in some way. Um, Dana, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like easily see, but if that, I am pretty sure that this 555 is about you. Yeah, exactly what Elise said, connecting deeper into spirit. And there is a lot of grief. There is a lot of grief. Hold on. I'm gonna actually clear. I'm gonna clear some grief out right now for all of us, because like January and February were really intense. I'm not going to get into it. You guys can join We Are Here to Remember and watch my old lives, but we have gone through a lot in the past couple of weeks, especially where like the grief is welling up, and it's from a broader cultural perspective. That's what 2020 was about. Was about moving into your grief, feeling it. Sucks. It fucking sucks. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't suck. I did an amazing session with Beth Porter a couple of days ago. That was a business branding, intuitive business branding session. And she talked a lot with me about just being my weirdest self. She called me a surrealist poet, and I have always thought of myself in those exact words. And it's really scary to step into your power, because it's weird and it's ugly and it's embarrassing. And we've been told all this stuff about what we're supposed to do and look like and be and think and feel. And it comes down to self-sovereignty. The first thing that they told me when I saw the words 555 was self-sovereignty. So I'm going to just do a tiny, just very brief sound clearing. If you guys want to just breathe in. I'm going to slap myself in the face apparently first with this. Here we go, guys. So the big recommendation for you is, if that resonates and it makes sense, Elise has a free breathwork session as part of this. If you have already done that, I think you should do it again. And join We Are Here to Remember, because I think you would really like a lot of the lives. And I did a crazy live last night that for all of you, if you haven't seen it, and I say crazy, but it's like part of me putting my money where my mouth is, right? Like I can tell people all day long to step into their power. And if I'm being a weenie behind the sidelines, like I'm not living my talk. So I had to do something yesterday I really didn't want to do. And it was this thing that I've been told since I was a little kid I was going to do. It's essentially like intergalactic calisthenics that are also like an anti-colonial dance party. It's crazy. It's like, I went live last night. Elise was there. A lot of you were on it. And I played 70s rock. And I basically like did exercises, and I channeled while I did it. It was crazy. And when I was a little kid, and I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a long answer, but I'm almost done. I also channel stories as part of like my helping people, and they're showing me that when I was there are just these ways that you have been keeping yourself safe, and you are completely safe. You're safe in your body, you are home in your body. And so for all of us in this room, just literally start telling your body every day how grateful you are to it. And it's going to make a big difference for you also. So I hope that resonated.
Awesome.
Ooh, Jenny Miller, I love this question.
Sure. Yay.
How can I call in some miracles?
Come to the miracle frequency activation, mastering the miracle frequency. Everyone needs to come to that. Literally, I downloaded, and Andrea's experienced it. I downloaded a new energy healing technique where I literally activate your miracle frequency and teach you how to live and stay in the miracle frequency so your life is an experience of synchronicities and miraculous events. So it's only $97 it's a 2-day event. And I want to invite everybody to join. I'll put the link up. The link is also in the group. There's an event in the group for it. So it's pretty easy to find, but everybody, this was literally like divinely guided and downloaded to me that I needed to do this for everyone. So if you are feeling called to live in this new frequency, it's a completely new way of interacting with the world. Then definitely come to that. And Andrea experienced the activation the other day, so she can tell you how cool it is.
Oh my God. It is so cool. It is so one of the things that I can do, which is a really cool, fun thing to be able to experience, is that I get to experience the platonic ideal. And if you're not a nerd and you don't know what platonic ideal is, it's like the purest essence of a thing. Like, what would be the thing that you would imagine to be like a perfect apple, or, a perfect plant or whatever. And so for me, I get to experience, part of my gift as a healer is that I get to experience the like purest essence of what someone else's healing gift is. Holy cannoli, you guys. Elise downloaded this. Wowie, wow. I can't even, it's fucking amazing. Do the miracle activation. I'm there. I am so pumped. I can already feel the energy of it, and it's going to shift things for you. And so,
Ooh, yeah.
oh my God, I can totally feel it. Oh, and all right, we're getting a lot of really good.
And Jenny, I just want to say for you in particular too, there's something coming through around trust, around really trusting yourself. And like, they also want me to tell you to like jump in with both feet. Whatever that means to you, that's what they're wanting me to say to you, is to jump in with both feet and don't look back. So like, don't question, deep trust, jump in with both feet.
They want you to go literally play outside, Jenny. When Elise said jump in with both feet, I saw you jump in a puddle. Like how birds splash around in the rain when it rains and they get really excited and sing. The fairies want you to literally go play outside. So I don't know where you are geographically. I am in the Northeast.
Jenny is in like the best place to go play outside. She lives in like British Columbia, I believe, in nature, and I'm always super jealous of her.
I can feel it. I just got like chills because you live in, you're like a fairy wonderland.
Yeah, she really is. So she's in the perfect place to do that.
Yeah. Go have fun. Go have fun and play, because like that's all they want you to do is just go be silly with them and start talking about it with people. This is the thing. I feel like there's something, I don't know what you do, Jenny, but there's something about adding a really deep element of playfulness to whatever your practice is. So yeah, they just want you to really, like, I just keep hearing the words lighten up, lighten up, lighten up. Just have fun. Just have so much fucking fun.
Love that.
Um, oh, 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 okay. All right. So everyone so far has said yes. Dana, I just saw your comment that resonated a lot. Dana is processing a lot of grief right now. So I'm sending you so much love. Let me see.
Who do we have next?
Who do we have next? All right, let's see. All right, wait a minute. Let me see. Valeria. Oh yeah, everyone in this room also. We have a room full of recovering people pleasers, of course. Valeria says that yes, she needs all the help getting her Taurus ass moving. Oh, okay. And Jenny said that makes sense. All right, Emma. Yeah, Emma, do you have, we will be happy to ask you to answer a question, but do you, oh, all right. Emma, if you have a question, a specific question, post it and I will go back in. But Shannon Sorensen, hi, sweetheart. All right, if you have time, I'd love to know if the fairies have a message for me about me and my art.
Okay, let me tune into this. Is your art channeled? Do you channel while you do your art? Because that's immediately what I saw is like, I saw a visual of it was like literally like you, like your like crown chakras open, and then you're literally like bringing in light from the cosmos that's coming like down into your body and like out from like your heart onto whatever you're creating. So I'm guessing like your art is channeled. That was the first thing that I saw. So that might be something you really want to lean into essentially. Because that was the visual that I saw. Unless you have something like more specific about it, like as I tune into it, I'm just seeing it as like this very sacred channeled thing that you do that's actually like your way of deeply connecting to spirit.
Yeah, and Shannon, you drew the angel song. I'm having sometimes I get like so much stuff I have trouble forming sentences. And give me a second, my brain is like really in overload right now. Shannon and I have this really special spirit connection, which is that she's from a really similar small area of Massachusetts to me, so every time that I see your art, I know that you channel the ocean really deeply in the things that you do. And so you're already working so deeply with spirit. Like your art is so beautiful and layered, and I am an abstract painter, and the work that I do is also very layered, and so you are already so tapped into spirit and just trusting that the things that you are guided to share with people are not just pieces of art, but they are remembrances, is what they're telling me. Like the things that you're drawing for people. And you collaborated with Amy Robbins Wilson, and you did drawings for a new course that she's offering. She's actually going to be in my group next Tuesday live talking about this. And so I know that you're already really connected into this way of like making spirit art, essentially. Like I call my own art sacred art, because it all is really channeled, and you have this just phenomenally beautiful connection, and you just have to trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that resonates. Oh, yeah, okay, that's amazing. Oh my God, Lydia. Okay, this is so wild. You guys, for those of you who have been on here for a minute, I showed this to Lydia, and she said that and I said that this was for her, and she said that her mom used to call her, her butterfly child,
Oh,
which is so cute.
I love that.
That's so wild. They were like butterfly, butterfly. Oh, Crystal says that my eyes changed color at some point. A galactic epic queen here for all of us. So amazing. Thank you, Crystal.
Oh my God, I love that.
So crazy. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that feels right. Yeah. All right. Caitlin, Sheila. Hello, my sweetheart. Oh wait, Natalie, I didn't see your question. I'm not trying to skip you. I just didn't see what it was. Can you repost it? I can't, it's too confusing. I can't find it. But if you repost it,
Let me
Natalie,
take a look also to see if I can help with
Caitlin has a question.
Okay.
I have a relationship that is always in my consciousness. However, I'm not sure my attention being drawn to this relationship is in alignment with my true purpose or what I need to do next. Fairies have any messages for you? And I will look at least, do you?
Oh, do you want me to look at the other questions
Oh,
or?
no, I just wasn't sure if you had anything you wanted to say in response.
Oh, okay. Wait, can you read that again from
Yeah.
Caitlin? It
Yeah.
was a little like jumbled to me.
I have a relationship that is always in my consciousness. However, I'm not sure my attention being drawn to this relationship is in alignment with my true purpose or what I need to do next. Do the fairies have any messages? This just came through very, very like loud, is trust yourself.
Okay, so yes, trust yourself, but I'm getting that this is about something, there's something beneath this. It's not necessarily about this relationship per se. This feeling about the relationship is a reflection of a deeper thing that's going on. It's more about your relationship with yourself. It's more about you. There's some part of your relationship with yourself that you haven't like dealt with, tapped into, you haven't gone there yet. It's something about your relationship with yourself. They're really wanting you to, like, whatever the feeling is that you are feeling about this person, like, use that as a mirror to reflect back into what is going on within you. It feels like there's some internal conflict within you that you are really feeling, and that's what really needs to be addressed. It's not actually about this person. So that might have opened up a different can of worms for you, but that's what's coming through. Yeah, there's something, it's some kind of internal struggle that you're having within yourself.
And isn't that interesting? Because they just showed me something about triggers directly related to this. So one thing that that I have been really being called to talk a lot about is, and I know, Elise, this is like the point of everything you do, is helping people move through their own trauma so that they are not always like triggered by everything around them. And I was single for I mean, I'm still single, but I've been single for most of my life because I've never been able to like show up in the way that I wanted to be able to. And I knew that I would someday be able to. And it always just felt to me like, I don't know. It's not that I didn't date or I haven't been in relationships, but it just never, I just kind of knew that like it was about me. I was the common denominator. And so that's what they're showing me with this. They're exactly what Elise says. Like this is definitely about something in your own heart that you have to figure out. And it's not about that other person. So I hope that was helpful. Because I think if you just start being like a little quieter with yourself, and really think about, oh, they're saying to write out what you want. Don't think about, and this is like for everybody in this group, this is like a very strong message. It's like all tied into that like sense of just spreading your wings and being your truest self. They want you to write out what your ideal would be in this or any relationship. And I'm not clear on whether this is like whatever kind of relationship this is, romantic, family, and whatever business, like you just say what you want. Literally just say what you want. You can write it out. You can say it as a prayer. You can do whatever. If you write it out, they're saying to like light it on fire as a way to then just be like, I trust that I said that this is what I want and the world has my back.
Or you can't do it on your own.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm hearing is get support.
Yeah. 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 Again, the miracle activation. When is it, Elise? The 30th?
Mastering the miracle frequency. It's on the 30th and the 31st. Yeah, it's only $97 until that pricing is until the 23rd. So, which is Tuesday, I believe. So you still have
and
more days.
Oh, that's awesome. And I am launching Fairy Boot Camp, which is going to be a 3-month container where we learn how to tap into fairy magic. And I am also running a special on both pay in full and people who are setting up a payment plan. You save something like $664 either way through this Sunday. So if anyone's interested in that, that is going to be really, really good. I channeled the entire curriculum because I'm a nerd and I like to use the word curriculum, but it is going to be fun.
I love the word curriculum.
So fucking fun. And Elise, you were an educator, so you share that like desire to have things be like fun and educational. It's going to be super fun. So yeah, I highly recommend support. That is really, really good, and we are here to help you. Natalie, I found your question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip you before. This is a really good question also, so thank you for calling us back to it. I'm starting my own healing business, but I am dragging my feet to start the final steps to make money from it. This is not just for you. You are asking this for everyone in this room, Natalie. Okay, so how can I shake this and become super energized to move forward?
Okay, so the two things that I heard again is get support, and also the whole thing around healing the witch wound. That's something that you're going to want to look at too. So if you don't have support, you definitely want to get support from somebody that can guide you through this. One thing that's really important to note is that when we start a business as spiritual entrepreneurs, it becomes a deep journey of personal growth and self-transformation, where a lot of times opportunities for growth can look like roadblocks. So what you're experiencing right now is a huge opportunity for growth. So don't forget that, but also it will be really beneficial for you to get support around that. So, going towards who you're drawn to for that. And then also, you definitely want to look at the witch wound stuff. And when I say that, I mean, we all have this deep wounding around coming forward as psychics, as healers, as intuitives. This is a deep wounding that we all carry in our DNA. And it presents itself when we step forward to the world and show the world that we are healers, psychics, intuitives, all of these things that, can be characterized as quote unquote, like out there or whatever. And the reason why is because we actually in past lives could have actually been killed persecuted, ostracized, all of these things for having these gifts and abilities. So we carry this in our DNA and it comes forward to be healed. It's actually perfect because part of the reason why you came into this lifetime was to heal it, not only for yourself, but for everybody who came before you. So it's perfect, but it's an opportunity for healing, right? So it's really important to remember that and know that that's probably part of the reason why you're feeling stuck and you're at a very pivotal time where you are going to want to get support around healing this wound and stepping forward in the way that you're desiring. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really feeling that. Elise channels Archangel Metatron, who is the archangel of speed and light and fire. And
very speedy.
Very, very speedy. And so for people who need help with activation, Elise is an ascension activator, and she literally came here to help you and me and this planet get ourselves moving. And I channel Metatron's archangelic twin, Sandalphon, the archangel of music. And so music is the song of your soul and the surrealist poetry of this planet. And when you work with me, you help to be able to start to see the fabric of magic. And so Elise can help you speed the fuck up. And I can help you start to be able to see all the layers of complexity and beauty and light and love. And Beth Porter, when I was doing that session with her the other day, you know, she was saying, like, I don't offer people, I don't have like it's not like with me where when you work with me, it's like, you're going to get X, Y, and Z, and you're going to do it in these many weeks. It's more like when you work with me, you're going to learn how to live your literal best life. And so I really encourage all of you, this is like so high drama, but this is the last time I'm incarnating in a human body. And so the only thing that I have been told that I need to do at this point is to enjoy myself and help all of you wake up to your unbelievable divinity, because we have been sold a bullshit line about what is possible, and what is possible is actually bigger and brighter and more beautiful than anything anybody can actually imagine. So I cannot overstate how much my own work with Elise has made it so that I have been able to be successful in business. And I think that the other thing that's coming through really strongly, and this is for you certainly, but this is for all of us, we're doing something that has never been done before. Quantum healers and this stuff, like, we were literally murdered for tens of thousands of years. So it's, first of all, it's really scary. I mean, I really encourage everybody to join my group. I did a live last night at around 8:30 p.m. and it was the last vestiges, we'll say, of me ripping the Band-Aid off of being my weirdest, most spectacular self. And so this is related to the money part of it, because we've been all told about what is and is not possible, what is and is not money, what is and is not like appropriate, blah, 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 blah. Like, we're all, that was crazy, but that was channeled, guys. The fairies are just not here for it anymore. Like, there's all this bullshit that we have been told about the way that things work, and it's all wrong.
It's all lies.
It's all lies.
Every single last bit of it.
It's just all lies. And if you start to, you guys are all here because you know that it's all lies. And we have all literally agreed to leave paradise to come here to help fix this planet. And so part of it also is just about the fact that there's no roadmap. I know I've been told over and over and over again that, like, people who align with the miracle frequency are truly being taken care of. And I did something really scary last week, which Elise knows about, which is that I had to essentially break up with one of my doctors. And when I did it, it was, I made a phone call and I panicked and I hung up the first time I called them. I geeked out. And then I laughed at myself because I was like, oh my God, they're going to know it's me because I'm one of their only patients with an area code from the place that I'm from. So I was like, all right. So I called back a couple hours later and I was like, listen, you guys, like, I love you so much, but it's clear that I like paid a deposit for care that I'm not getting now. And I would like to get a refund. And they were like, of course, like, we love you so much when you're ready to come back. And it was like a million times easier than anything I had imagined. And that has happened to me like a million times in the past week. And so that is like very impactful for you also. Just like remember that it is okay to receive, right? Like part of the thing that all of us are working on right now, everyone who's a healer is learning how to feel safe receiving things, because that's the witch wound, is that not only was it not safe for us to receive, but it was not safe for us to give. And those things work in unison with each other. And when it is not safe for you to give, you end up either not giving or over giving. And the delicate dance and balance that we're all learning how to do at this point is hold multiple perspectives simultaneously and be able to move with grace through all of those things.
Yeah, and also the receiving part is really big. And if you weren't in my Ascension Activator Challenge, I did a whole hour-long training on this, but the punchline of it, as Andrea would say, the punchline of it is that we've been programmed around receiving that it's better to give than to receive. And also we usually associate some kind of pain or negative emotion around receiving because most of us weren't able to receive the love and care and emotional support that we needed. So when we think about receiving, we associate it with not feeling safe, because a lot of what we experience as young children around receiving didn't include the type of emotional support that we actually required, because the adults taking care of us weren't capable of giving it to us. It's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they didn't have the capability. So there's a lot to be unpacked there around receiving money for being a healer. You know, all of these things are very common wounding and programming that is required to work through when we step out as spiritual entrepreneurs. And, you know, it can be moved through easily and efficiently as long as you have the right tools and the right support. So, you know, I definitely encourage you to get that support wherever you feel drawn to get it. And, you know, and to continue to move forward, because that's all we can do, right? As we continue to move forward, even when it feels scary, because for most of us, and this is what I see with everybody I work with, is there's really no going back, right? Like if you think about like, what am I going to do? Like go like get a job or, you know, do something that sounds awful. Like, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to keep moving forward, even when it's scary, even when it feels like I don't know what to do next, or even when it feels lonely. You're going to keep going because you don't really have a choice. You have this innate calling because you have this really deep and powerful purpose and feeling of a knowing of why you came. So you're just going to keep going. But it's a lot easier if you get support around it.
It is. It really is a lot easier. And it helps you when you're tweaking out, like I was during the entire month of February, where I'm quitting everything. It's like, I'm quitting my relationship. I'm quitting my business. My business is not working. I'm not making any money. I was losing my damn mind, you guys. And Elise was one of the ways that I managed to like get through it, because when you get like, there's just this way that like we really, okay, Elise said something really smart the other day last week. She did a channeling from the fairies when you were in the woods, and you said the thing about how it's time to like forego the practical and just get on board with the magic. And it's time to just take that leap, you guys. It's time to take the leap. And I can see we have, Elise, how are you feeling? We have a couple more questions.
Yeah, so I have like 5 more minutes actually, because I have a 3:45 call.
All right, well, let's do one more. Zara. I'm Norzai. Yeah, I hope I said that right. I feel like this question's really good. It's like the perfect one to end on. And if we missed your question, you guys, we will be doing this again. We're gonna do it next week in my group. We are here to remember, so you can join. We'll make sure that the link is in there, and we'll be doing another round of these next week. So here's the question. I've been very emotional lately and my ears are always ringing. I believe in spirits, but I've always been scared to open that side. Is there any message for me?
Open that side.
Oh my God, they're like, open it up, girl, open it up, open it up.
And the reason, you know, and obviously there's many reasons why the fear comes up.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is around fear of the unknown, but and also it's around fear of, like, you know, getting to know yourself in this deeper way. But simply because you are here right now and you are asking us this, like Andrea and I are literally like portals to another dimension. Like, you would not be in this group asking this question if you weren't being called to open up to your psychic, intuitive, and spiritual gifts. So don't even question that anymore. Like, that's a given. It's just about how you're going to proceed. And again, allow yourself to be led by your intuition to the next step for you.
Yeah.
Around opening up to your gifts.
Yeah.
Because you have them, like I said, or else you wouldn't be even in our like vicinity. So don't even question it. It's a given. It's just about what's next for you. It's just about allowing yourself to listen to your intuition and be guided to what's next. What is your next step on this path?
Yeah. And so this is interesting. So I started offering a new kind of session 2 weeks ago, which is called a Celestial Soul Exploration session. They're for new clients and they help to open yourself up to the magic and to align yourself in the miracle frequency. And we basically spend an hour where I do a channeled talk with you and we get into your life purpose and your soul mission, which are two separate, they're related, but they're separate things. And my guide said that could be really powerful for you. So I just put
you should do that.
Yeah, I just put the link to book that in there for you, Zara. And anybody else who's interested, that is the perfect way to start working with me. I also have I have a bunch of different things, but I'm putting the link to book with me in here as well. But that could really help you. So yeah, I mean, Elise and I, this is literally what we came here to do, you guys. We came here to help return this planet to her brightest, most beautiful, most profound golden capacity. So work with both of us.
Yes, I'm gonna put the link for Mastering the Miracle Frequency. It's kind of a no-brainer. It's only $97 and you are gonna be completely shifted afterwards. So I'll put the link for that in the comments as well, so you guys can get your spots for that. Okay, I have to hop off because I have another call in like 5 minutes. This was so awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here and connecting with us. And we'll see you all really soon.
Oh, thank you so much, Elise. Bye, you guys. Love you.
Bye.